In this Cyberpunk 2077 lore, we shall examine diverse media systems, aka DMS, which was founded in 1988 in post-collapse Los Angeles by former Columbia Records executive James Horton II. Horton was bored by what he thought was the evolution of the entertainment media into predictable, cliche-trodden pathways. Horton recognized the entertainment potential in the emergence of new technologies and social structures and wanted a corporation built from the ground up to capitalize on them, or at least that was the plan on paper. By the time DMS was getting started, Network 54 was already established as the main player in the market. When N54 executives looked at creative new media startups, their modus operandi focused on acquisition. This aggressive, hostile takeover strategy was propelling N54 towards the stratosphere. But in arrogantly predicting his own success, Horton had foreseen the inevitability of clashing with N54 and had prepared accordingly. When N54 made their first overtures in the boardroom and on Wall Street, Horton politely informed them that he was not interested in being a subsidiary of Network 54. When they waved off Horton's protestations and launched a full-scale hostile takeover bid, Horton took the steps that would define the relationship between N54 and DMS for the foreseeable future. He sent an envelope to the N54 boardroom containing enough blackmail material to ruin 4 marriages, destroy a myriad of political careers, and result in at least 6 indictments for offences ranging from theft to possible treason. N54 acquiesced and quashed its takeover bid within 24 hours. It is said the subsequent feud continues to generate a substantial body count to this day. In many respects, this rivalry is second only to that between Arasaka and Militech. Once DMS established its independence, it set about building the media corporation of the future. Their extensive portfolio now encompassed concert promotion, music, movies, braindance, and network television. DMS started to gain notoriety as it attempted to acquire notable talents such as Kerry Eurodyne and Johnny Silverhand after Samurai separated, despite DMS resorting to physical intimidation and blackmail. Ultimately, the former Samurai would sign a package deal with Universal. That said, Samurai drummer Denny did sign with DMS. A name synonymous with both DMS and N54, also considered to be a legend by many in the field of programming, was Howard Wong. Wong climbed the ranks of N54 over 5 years, beginning his career as a programming assistant in 2000 after being lured away from an ailing DreamWorks SKJ. Wong's ideas rapidly propelled him to prominence, and he was named Chief of Programming at N54 in 2003. For 2 years, Wong ruled N54's television programming department and television talent recruitment. During his tenure, N54 shattered all primetime records with a cornucopia of shows still warmly remembered. When Wong's contract expired in 2005, DMS lured him away with a record contract valued by some at over $1 billion. Wong became CEO of DMS. For 4 years, Wong did for DMS what he had been doing for N54, propelling their primetime lineup to record ratings and revenues. He annexed, stole and cajoled to build the corporation into a national media contender. Wong was responsible for DMS's aggressive exploitation of new technologies, which made them leaders in the high-tech territories of braindance, entertainment, and computer imagery. He was the driving force behind the joint venture with Militech and Braindance Incorporated. Simultaneously, he pushed the company into the high-profit fields of movie production and rockaboy promotion. In a few short years, DMS hit the major leagues of media megacorporations. N54 retaliated. They launched a black operation to extract Wong from DMS. After a fierce gun battle, Wong was being spirited away from the DMS Charlotte on Caribbean island of Grand Cayman on a corporate jet. 20 minutes after takeoff, that jet was shot down, allegedly by Lazarus Group fighter jets, hired by DMS and scrambled from Guantanamo airfield in Cuba. DMS would rather see Wong dead than employed again by their nemesis. For many, the tale of Howard Wong ended there. A brilliant talent destroyed by the competition for his services. However, questions have begun to emerge. Examination of the crash site in the Caribbean and recovery of the wreckage of the plane yielded 3 badly damaged bodies: the pilot, the co-pilot, and Wong. Genetic testing of the remains appeared to confirm that it was Wong, leading to an official confirmation of his death. In the years since then, rumors have begun to surface that Wong is still alive. Various reports have him living in seclusion in Monaco and Switzerland. Both DMS and N54 insist that Wong is dead, but naturally the conspiracy theories and rumors continue. Some commentators have suggested that Wong, tired of the industry, staged his own death, arranging the extraction and the air crash. Some have suggested that a cloned shell body may have replaced the real Wong. Conspiracy theories are inflamed by irregularities in the coroner's report, including the rapid cremation of the alleged corpse. If the legendary Wong were to return in Cyberpunk 2077, it's been implied that it would be the catalyst that finally starts an all-out war between N54 and DMS. After Wong's death, DMS put up a solid corporate front, but insiders knew that behind the placid facade, the shareholders struggled for control. At first, the company was run by Jonathan Horton II, the original founder of DMS. Horton II proved more conservative a CEO than Wong. He continued the new directions Wong had begun, choosing to solidify his position with those new markets rather than diversify into any further areas. He also scaled down the conflict with N54, preferring to fight in the boardroom than on the streets. Others in the company, notably his son Jonathan Horton III, disagreed with the new CEO and wanted DMS to continue the aggressive stance it had under Wong. Eventually, he would take over from his father. Johnny would immediately put his own stamp on DMS, stepping up internal research on new media technologies, aggressively pursuing corporate espionage and black ops, and intensifying the conflict with N54. A year after the Howard Wong conflagration, the rivalry between N54 and DMS had cooled to boardroom jockeying. However, Johnny recognized the publicity and espionage values in open conflict, and the body bag counts rapidly increased. Under the direction of the new CEO, DMS was no longer content with operating the second place network. They revamped their programming with a new line of sensationalist content designed to attract a younger audience. Live streaming shows such as Cyber Squad and Trauma Team. On Cyber Squad, DMS cameramen ride with the Night City Police cyber team on psycho terminations. Unsurprisingly, Cyber Squad was a critical hit. The Trauma Team show follows a similar format. DMS's flagship news program is the Weekly World Inquirer, or WWE. Admittedly, the lore was written prior to WWF changing to WWE in 2002, so it's not a deliberate reference. WWE features spicy takes on the most outrageous stories from around the world: vampire killings, video game companies going woke, aliens, social media drama, and slanderous gossip, despite almost exclusively being fake news and clickbait. In its first season, WWE became the most watched news program in Night City history. DMS's movie division scored a major box office hit with their 100% computer-generated special effects spectacular Techno Samurai, and the success of their bands like Crimson Streets firmly established the DMS recording label in the music world. Thank you for chipping in.